It's been long enough so that I can finally feel like I can talk about this situation, because I'm also no longer friends with this person. So we're going to call this person Cynthia. Okay, Cynthia was the kind of person that all attention needed to be on her, otherwise she was not happy. You know the type, right? Well, a month prior to when this situation took place, I had broken up with my ex. For this entire month, I was not talking to anybody. I literally could not stomach it. Well, there was this one night that we decide we're going to go out, and I want to try to talk to people. I think I'm finally ready to like just at least just start mingling, right? And so she knows this. We're all hanging out. We have like a little group that goes. We end up at one of our favorite bars. Okay, this bar also happens to be the bar that my ex and I would frequent. This was like effectively our bar. Like we would go there almost every weekend. So I was already kind of nervous about seeing him. But then whenever we get there, he had left 5 minutes prior. Hey, praise Jesus, hallelujah. Let's have a good night. So we're all hanging out. It's all good. A group or like a couple guys come up to us and they're talking to me, mostly me. And I would just like to point out that usually that's not how the night goes. Usually like she finds guys that she's talking to and I'm just kind of like hanging back, whatever, doing whatever, and just like, you know, being there, being a friend to her. And this night I had kind of explained to her, because she was wanting to leave early because all of the attention was not on her. She was not having a good time. And I had tried to tell her, hey, like, this is like the one night that like I actually feel like, you know, I'm ready to start opening up to people. And these guys are like, you know, they're cool. They're not a-hole, so like, can we just like sit there for a little bit and just, you know, chill? She was not having it, so we ended up leaving early. Well, that got me kind of pissed. I was already drinking a little too much, I will absolutely admit, otherwise I probably would not have gone about the situation the way that I did. But we got in the car, I let it into her, I let her have it, and I told her, you do this consistently. If there's ever a time that I need something from you and it does not result in you getting a bunch of attention, you are pissed, you want to leave, you do not like it, you try to make me look bad in front of people, you are never happy for me when good things happen to me. So why can you not be there for me? And by the time we got to her apartment, she, I guess, was so angry and so aghast that I would say this to her, that she decided she was going to throw a 44-ounce Dr. Pepper across her car. So now we're both covered in Dr. Pepper. So I said, hey, I'm leaving. I'm not doing this. Mind you, she is screaming at the top of her lungs about how I don't understand what's going on and how I'm crazy for this. I'm being toxic. I can't believe that I'm talking to her. She can't believe I'm talking to her this way. And I said, okay, I'm absolutely leaving. I pack up my bags, I get in my truck, and I'm driving home. Halfway home, I get a call from her roommate. Hey, we can't find her. She turned off her location. She left. I said, are you kidding me? She's been drinking. So I turn my butt around and we go and look for her. Me and her roommate and this other guy who she was keeping on the ropes for, like, I want to say 2 years, by the way. I felt so bad for him, but that's a different story for another time. We decided that we're going to go look for her, okay? It takes us like 30, 45 minutes before she turns on her location and texts her roommate where she is. So we pull up. She's at the Metro bus station. By the time I get there, she had almost every single guy from our friend group, had given them a version of the story that didn't actually happen, that wasn't accurate, and instructed them to tell me that I was not allowed to speak to her. And then that night ended up with her gaslighting me into me apologizing to her, and everything got smoothed over until it didn't. And then I wasn't friends with her anymore, which that's a different story that I will tell later. But yeah, that was the story of toxic Cynthia.